Violence is such a waste of resources, but they've left us no choice.
All right, that was a quick fight. Good evening, Springfield. I am your volunteer coach, or one of your volunteer coaches for Springfield Capitals 2024-2025 Overwatch season. Tonight's varsity game against Naperville North High School are the big team to beat here tonight. I'm solo for a few minutes at least while Steven fixes technical issues. Springfield looking to start on the low ground here with a JQ composition against Naperville's Ramatra composition on Antarctic Peninsula. A speed ring out from the side angle as we watch Springfield walk onto the Sojourn. An early pick for Springfield. Perfect early fight pick now. Focusing down the Ram. Springfield is going to force out Lamp from Naperville North. Finds the pick onto the Ram. Lamp goes down. Turtle will drop to Rust Raven, and Springfield will walk onto the objective. A good early fight win for Springfield, now bringing the score to capped versus 41%. I don't like solo casting. This kind of sucks. I don't have anybody to bounce off of. I kind of just got to do this on my own. Wiz with a big torpedo onto his team, trying to sustain through the annihilation from Naperville North High School. Springfield is going to fall. Trades coming down from Rex. And it's just not going to be enough for Springfield to sustain through that big ultimate. Now Springfield coming up with 5 ults into the tank. Springfield knows now they are in an ult advantage. They just have to take a quick fight here, notice their weaknesses, and try and exploit it to their best ability. Full rail here now from Turtle, our captain. Oh, captain, my captain, looking for another off angle. Ramatra meeting Springfield here early, pulled in by the Junker Queen. Ramatra will drop 2 for the side of Naperville North. Support line now. Springfield now down 3, forced to reset. Now in one fight territory. Turtle will be chased down into our spawn, staggering Springfield's push. Objective? I don't know. I'm just kind of winging this out. Huh? The delay is crazy. Yeah. Springfield now with 5 ultimates, looking to use everything that they've got. An early pick now from Rex onto Rush E with the trade from Buzz Lightyear. The Molten 4 coming out for the side of Naperville North onto the point as the Orbital Ray goes through the objective for Springfield. Springfield now, after investing 4 ultimates to Naperville's 1, will cap the objective. An interesting Queen comp here from Springfield with the Juno Brig backline for a little bit extra sustain. Jason in the chat, thank you. Hello, my goat. Hello, goats. Springfield looking to hold the close corner here now and try and meet Naperville before they can get any closer to the objective. Rally will be popped early from the side of Tortasso. Springfield kind of just forced to stay as Naperville backs off and kites the rally. Now in an ultimate advantage, Naperville is going... Ooh, excuse me. Naperville is going to look to force the side angle. Walled off from his own teammate. Carnage is going to miss from the side of Tyla. And another annihilation from Naperville North is going to spell a team fight win for the Huskies. Steven, come save me. Solo casting is so bad.
First bottom here in 15 minutes.
I know.
Did we fail first point?
Yeah.
50% less.
Springfield now dropping 0-1 against the Naperville North Huskies in the first map of this series. This is week 4 of the IHSCA now.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
yeah. Week 4, we're 3-0, Naperville 3-0 as well. So I mean, a clash of titans, if you would have to say. I mean, our team is looking pretty good so far. If I
Previous year's number 1 and number 2 finishing seed back at it again here in week 4 of the IHSCA. See what we can't get done.
Yeah, we brought them to 90% last round. Now we just need to make it one more fight win, and we can take it home. And if we get a map on Naperville, then I mean, shoot, that's good for the beginning of the season. End of season, by then we'll have completely stomped them out of the water once we make it to playoffs.
Big words from Steven here. A good early knife onto Naperville North's Lucio. Now looking just to walk the front line down with the queen pressure.
No collapse coming out from them. They definitely need to make some kind of move happen. If there's the Torb, hits the knife. That's what I'm talking about. Axes through, manages to take down the turret. And now they're gonna have to play it slow. They do have advantage right now. Lucio overextending a little bit could be punishable.
Even numbers now for Springfield and Naperville looking to just cap point instead of forcing any fight pull forward.
Ooh.
Tortasso is going to follow Buzz Lightyear in an unfortunate trade here. Springfield now just forced to play back on objective. Ram getting pulled in by Tyla.
Now it's a guy on point kind of angle, just so that way they can.
A good trade coming out from Springfield here. They just trying to hold on to what little percentage they can get before Naperville recaps the objective.
Naperville it was actually a good call from them. They took that slow. They waited until their Sojourn can get a pick, and then once the Sojourn got the pick, it completely collapsed. It's exactly what they should have been looking for, especially considering Sojourn's strength just in general with her one-shots. It can be difficult to play around. You have to respect her like she's a Widowmaker almost, except she has a slide that goes like half wide almost. So it's hard to respect her, but you have to respect her. Speaking of which, rail to the head, and Turtle is already sitting minus 200 HP. You do have to respect her hardcore. There's the collapse coming out from Naperville, and it's kind of falling apart from there. Fight is lost. They need to back up, regroup, and figure it out from there.
Still an interesting composition from the side of Springfield as we are running the Reaper with the Junker Queen, but we're not exactly playing it the way this composition should be run. We're not running it down into the front line and trying to burn the ram.
Yeah.
And instead, we're trying to flank and getting caught by the Torb turret, and it's just causing us a lot of, just a lot of trouble.
This is like the hyper brawl comp.
Exactly.
We run you over, run over your back line. Ooh, huge stick. Gets out the Immor.
Speeding now onto the BAP. Springfield will find the collapse onto the back line for Naperville North. Perfect team fight for Springfield now. They just look to stabilize on the edge of the point and cap.
There it is.
A quick team fight win, a decisive team fight win, honestly, from Springfield. That was a good play. I'm proud of my boys for that.
That collapse is what we need to see every single fight. If they collapse like that every single fight on their weakest link, you know what I mean? Somebody hits a good shot on them, then it needs to happen. I'm talking, we get a Tracer, like Tracer half HP, somebody, collapse needs to happen. There's the ultimates coming out, and in all honesty...
The Annihilation with a late orbital ray coming out from the side of Wiz, and a Rampage from the side of Tyla. It's just not going to be enough for Springfield to sustain. Thank you. Through the opposing Annihilation.
In all honesty, too little too late. Should have just dry fought that, because they used, Window, Ram ulti. Did they use, what else? They used Sojourn?
Nope, that was just Denial and Window, I believe. I think they still have the overclock in hand.
That was a good fight from them. But we did 2 ulti, so our ult economy is very even. But they're gonna have to play around this Torb ultimate,
Looking to speed up to the high ground. Springfield now trying to pressure the off angle. Looking at 97% on the point. Wiz is gonna try and look for the Torb pressure, but Turtle is just gonna drop mid Blossom, and the overload goes out on point, and Naperville is going to secure an 0-2 victory on Antarctic Peninsula.
Yes. That's a rough one for them. They're the Torb was definitely an issue for them to try to walk down. Hey, play again from Tyla. Would you look at that? The Torb was definitely an issue for them by far. They didn't have any way to pressure out the turret if the turret was anywhere farther from 5 meters away from them. So I could definitely see that being an issue for them. There's some slight glaring things with the comp. Definitely need to take a swap off of somebody and try to go for it again. Try to pressure out their Torb, try to pressure out their
Yeah.
backline like they're trying to do, and go from there. And in all honesty, very, very winnable.
I definitely do see the weaknesses for both compositions, both teams. So I'm gonna go over and knock some sense into them real quick and see if we can't figure this out before the next map.
Perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and start hosting the JV match.
All right,
So
well, we will be right back.
keep you alive when you're distracted. Hey, good to see you.
All right, welcome back. Springfield against Naperville North, down 0-1. Our roster includes PTC Tortasso, one of our juniors, one of our junior and our captain damage player Turtle, our senior and tank player Tyla, our junior support player Wiz, and our second and final senior Rex on damage. Eichenwald is the choice of hybrid for Springfield here tonight, as we roll out on a similar Junker Queen comp into their Ramatra comp. The Battle of Sojourns here now on the front line, as Springfield just looks to try and poke something out through through the big bridge of Eichenwald. Speeding past the clock tower now. Big ante on the Ramatra as Springfield walks down through the point. Ram going down, but a trade by the Sojourn of Naperville North onto our Echo. Buzz Lightyear going uncontested for the most part here on the first point of Eichenwald. Springfield not really knowing much of what to do against it as Springfield drops the first fight. It is so hard for me not to roast my boys. I absolutely love my players, but just some minute detail kind of plays. A good early knife onto the Sojourn for Naperville North as Tyla is now forced out by the railgun. Big damage on the front line here. Springfield cannot play with Naperville's poke here. Big disadvantage for their composition here as Buzz Lightyear finds another early pick onto Rex. In the early fight here on Eichenwald, Springfield just has to try and speed through, try and walk their objective down Naperville's throats. That's the whole point here. Where's the JV match? That's a great question. I don't know where the JV's match is being streamed or if it's being streamed at all. I believe if this game gets over fast enough, we will stream JV. Springfield now looking to walk here, but Tortasso falling early, and a window from the side of Naperville North is going to force Springfield into another reset. These boys are not really playing together here, and it's making their life extremely difficult trying to walk through the bridge. Eichenwald is a very tough map to get through at the beginning due to this tight choke point. Springfield with a good 3-2-1 now looking to speed across through the lighthouse. Lamp being forced out by Naperville's Baptiste. A good sleep onto the Ramatra as the copy and overclocks come out from Springfield, as well as the orbital ray, beat and annihilation, as well as the rampage ult after ult coming out for both of these teams. Rex finds one with the copy. Springfield finds two, and a cleanup onto the Lucio here. And Springfield is going to cap the first point of Eichenwald.
They also use everything but window.
My team learned how to ult trade. Proud of them. Ult trading is a big thing in the current state of Overwatch now. You see something come out, you gotta match it. Otherwise, you just fall to the immense pressure that the other team provides with their ultimate abilities here now. On Eichenwald, with a little bit more open space, is going to allow Rex to thrive just a little bit better with this Echo here, getting that Sojourn down below half HP, looking to try and force this high ground here with stickies. Springfield now just kind of walking the point underneath, speeding through the castle, seeing if they can't just get some space here. Tortasso looking a little lost as he's trying to regain an advantage with his team. Lucio absolutely won, and good trade for the side of Springfield as Tyla drops to Buzz Lightyear, and Naperville is going to come out with the man advantage at the end of that team fight, forcing a reset onto Springfield.
Over here. Scaling up. Good to see you.
JV match will be later. What is the start time?
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock start time for JV, so varsity better hurry up. Because I want to see this too. I want to see my young goats in the making. Springfield now here with another fight in the disadvantage here as Tyla is going to drop early to Naperville North. Just very unfortunate fight taking from Springfield here as we're forcing pokier engagements rather than the forward brawl that we're looking for with this composition. God, I really suck at this. Like, thank you, Becker. Don't disagree with me.
So good, Becky.
I am definitely best used in the coach chair, not the casting seat. Thankfully, I play better than I talk. Springfield dropping one early to Naperville North as the Sojourner and Lucio go into the backline. A battle of fates here as Buzz Lightyear and Turtle go one-on-one. Not a fair 1v1 with the Lucio there. Turtle wins that any day. Springfield now. Turn around. Springfield now in one-fight territory here with multiple ults coming up into their pockets. Not sure what Naperville has in store here for Springfield with this next team fight coming up. Rex is going to look to force up through the high ground, getting caught out by the Tortura, and Tortasso falling early again to the Sojourn, not playing proper spacing. We know this Sojourn is good. We know this Sojourn is going to hit their shots, so we just have to play in a spot.
Soach one.
Apologies. Springfield now here trying to look for a touch. Will they be able to get there? 1 second on the clock, and Springfield will not get the touch.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was quite literally blowing.
Keisha, my turn.
All right, Springfield, how are we doing tonight? All right, yeah. Trying to teach Jason Overwatch here on my right.
Hey. I
Hey.
saved from Valorant, by the way.
Eesh.
I will see this task.
My Valorant players are some creatures for sure.
Salutations.
Yeah. 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 Stop talking. Yeah. Springfield here now in round 2 on defense for Eichenwald in a much pokier comp for our taste. Thank you. You didn't have to poke me when I said poke, but thank you. With Tyla on the Orisa and swapping over Turtle to the Ashe. Now playing with a BAP Juno backline for a little bit more sustain rather than the Queen backline with the Juno Brig. Looking for a bit more burst healing and speed here. Orisa looking just to poke main down, see if they can't keep Naperville down on that bridge for as long as humanly possible. Playing in the little room, Naperville North is trying to bait Tyler to walk in. Battle of wits, it seems. As we watch Springfield just kind of wait for Naperville's engagement. Dynamite being shielded off by the side of Naperville's Ramatra. Sorry, I am so lost. An early pick now for Turtle in this team fight for the side of Springfield. Soj being the last for Naperville North. Is Springfield going to chase their objective? Springfield opting just to play the poke, instead letting Naperville North kite out. Good lord. I can't do this. Casting is hard, folks. Casting is very hard. Springfield now down one support, forced to pop the photon barrier early. Now taking a brawl full forward against Naperville North. The Orisa finding a pick onto the Sojourn as our Ash catches the Lucio out. Ram falling Torb after that, and Bap finally for that last pick. Springfield dismantling Naperville's composition and their entire push altogether. Naperville North doing the correct thing here, trying to speed through the bridge instead of trying to poke and find a pick earlier. Instead, you know, just trying to walk forward. You need that space to work with if you're going to cap on Eichenwald. Springfield in here now set up on the left side, trying to kite out the window from the side of Naperville North, dropping two early. That window damage is just so oppressive, dropping a support and our sniper here. When I cast, it makes it seem like I have no idea what Overwatch is about. A huge ultimate from Tyla, finding one. Sim beaming down the Baptiste, and now onto the Ramatra. It's just a big team fight for Springfield. Trying to chase the Luce down and finding the stagger. Perfect for Springfield here. Putting that Lucio on another spawn wave so that they can so they have ample setup time for the next team fight.
They have an island.
I need speech classes or a vocal coach.
They swapped.
Springfield now set up as usual, playing against a hazard comp now as the swaps come through from Naperville. Swapping off of the Baptiste and the Ramatra on and opting for a hazard in Kiriko. A big window out from Tortasso as Naperville looks just to walk it down onto point. Calls coming through from Springfield, but nothing really coming out. Finding the Lucio, but the overclock from Naperville's Sojourn, walking that Sojourn down. Perfect from Springfield as they now just have to dismantle the hazard and Kiriko on the side of Naperville North. Hyla is just going at it now here as Molten Core is dropped onto the point for Naperville North. Springfield now in one-fight territory, dropping the Terra Surge. One after another. Naperville is coming back to try and get back onto the point. Sojourn one. Will they find the pick? Needing another touch. Tortasso opts for the Lucio, getting onto the point now. Sim, high beam, just looking for anything. Gets one, almost two. Does Springfield have another touch? Almost with the full hold on Eichenwald. Springfield brings it to OT. Unfortunate. That was got my heart pumping. I got nervous. Yeah.
I got a drone.
It's crazy. This game's wild, bro. I'm telling you, you gotta play Overwatch. Y'all at home gotta play Overwatch. Big damage coming out from the Sojourn now. Early fight. Springfield's going to force the hazard to leap off and deny Springfield the high ground. Good turn onto the hazard here. Now it's Springfield's just gonna try and burn through his block here. Getting two on his way down. Turtle finding a pick onto the onto the Lucio and the Genji. Springfield just dropping early. That point is that payload is already so close to the point. It's gonna be hard for Springfield to find a touch here. Curie 1 dropping early to Turtle with a big railgun shot, getting dropped off by Naperville's hazard. Touch being called by Tyla. Orbital Ray being dropped onto the point. Lucio being the target. Drops onto payload. Rex finding that Lucio. Springfield finding that stabilize with the ultimate investment. I am just saying the same word. I like having Lucio. I like having Steven here because he's a linguist. Call to play bridge from Tyla as the downpour comes through by the side of Naperville. Buzz Lightyear finding an early pick, as well as the hazard finding our Baptiste. Overclock coming through from the side of Naperville North, just taking our team down. Tyla's going to find that trade onto the Sojourn, but will shortly be dealt with by their backline. 30 seconds left, and Springfield does not get in touch, dropping 0-2 to Naperville North. We will go on a short break as we decide between... The next decision is Escort, I believe. We'll be right back.
This ends now. That's two.
Finally, I have somebody to co-stream.
I'm back. Turns out I didn't have to host the JV game.
Yeah.
Our wonderful other coach took care of it. He got back from his stuff that he was doing, and he said he could take over. So now I'm here to commentate and join you guys for Game 3.
Thankfully.
Could be the last game. Could be the start of something bigger. So we'll see. This might be our time for the comeback. That's what that's what I'm waiting to see is for that, because I know we have Sim Strats. We got a Genji popping out here too. Mauga is Mauga because Mauga. I mean, you can't go wrong with that creature of a character.
Hearts pumping.
Yeah, especially when he gets both of his hearts when the perk system comes out. Speaking of the perk system, how are we feeling about that? We feel like it's gonna shake anything up, or we just feel like it's gonna be basically same old, same old?
Overall, I'm pretty sure it's going to be same old, same old. You can really swap and do whatever you want on whoever without the perks. It's just going to make your life a little more difficult, like late game, if you swap, you know, just because you're going to be playing into a supercharged tank damage support
Yeah.
versus your base game.
Do we feel like the perk system is going to desensitize a little counter swap action? Because I know that's a big complaint that's happening in the Overwatch community in
It
general.
probably will. A little less counter swapping here and there, but it's just, I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. For tanks, definitely. A big TP play here now from Springfield, taking that high ground early. A slam onto the Ramatra, forcing Lamp. It's just not enough to keep that Mauga up, and Springfield's still going to drop early fight to Naperville.
Did the supports? Oh, he got caught on that cactus. That's been the thing since the beginning of Overwatch 1. Those cactuses have always had a weird hitbox,
Cacti?
and you can get cacti, excuse me, and you can get stuck on them and like genuinely just stuck, which is so funny that that's still a thing. But I mean, it didn't really matter. That fight fell apart very, very, very fast. They kind of just need to sit here, push cart, surprise TP plays. Wait for the drop, maybe even try to catch somebody on the drop, see if you can catch the ram. They do have a really good poke. They have to watch out for the Sojourn rails, and of course,
What are we?
are we gonna push the cart? There we go, boys. Push the cart. All right.
All right. Springfield now here putting themselves at a disadvantage by picking the Mauga into an already, you know, just notoriously consistent Sojourn player. You know, you are just a walking railgun battery for this Sojourn here.
They have to swap. Now,
But
flip the board. They have to flip the board.
Tyla now getting the card advantage as the Ramatra is the only one to really contest him here. Instead of getting out, Tyla is just opting to fight this here as his supports get back and the slam onto the Torb,
Oh, out of ammo. And
forcing to reload.
melees.
Tyla does not melee the Torb. Torb still ends up falling to Turtle anyway. Springfield gets the card up far, but not far enough. Naperville still putting a stop to their brawl.
as soon as that Sojourn took the high ground on that other building, it was scuffed because the Sojourn got an early pick with a rail, and completely the rest of them had to make a rotation faster to join Tyler, and they just were not able to.
Working out Ramatra field and form, but Rex is going to fall early as the call is on Sode from our tank player. Wiz being chased now, one sup on the board for Springfield, and just ults are coming down, and Tyla is not able to really hang with the big guns.
Yeah, there's the rail, just like straight to the teeth, just like a metal pipe is thrown at you at Mach 40. Man, the ultimate is just so incredibly good. It's so hard to keep up. You can get away with just solo Sojourn ulti. Just in general, as long as your Sojourn is good enough, you can just get away with the solo Sojourn ulti, which is insane to me because, man, is like one person having an ultimate and it just being an extension of their base kit is utterly and entirely insane. Ooh, baby! Wiz gets caught out there.
So much damage coming out here.
The TP strats are not working, but they did catch the BAP. That's a 1-for-1.
A big cage fight here, but forcing Molten Core and beat drop from Naperville North. Springfield's just not really able to hang with Naperville here.
The collapses are just they're kind of better. The DPS line is definitely, they're getting more worthwhile picks out of this, I would
We're
say.
not TPing effectively. We're just kind of throwing the teleporters where we, you know, just vaguely where we want to go with really no vision of the fight that we want to start with said setup. Now here with a photon barrier starting the fight out, Springfield's just going to look to walk the point in. Rex trying to take this 1v1 with the Torbjorn. Absolute,
I mean, not even close.
yeah, butterfest there. I mean, two potatoes absolutely buttered up in that team fight.
Overall, a pretty good team fight coming out for them. If they could just do that every single time, where Rex takes the 1v1 with the Torb and the rest of their team just kind of does their own thing, so that way Torb isn't absolutely shredding the Mauga with shotgun, then low-key, it might be winnable. But we have to isolate that Torbjorn out. Or that like their DPS line is what it's It's their glue. Instead of it typically, they're typically the support line is the glue of the team. Their DPS line is the only thing holding their team together right now. And they're just getting the picks that matter, and they're causing the damage that matters with their high DPS comp. And if we can pick apart those DPS players, then it's incredibly winnable.
I think Springfield should look to use an ultimate here and try and match Naperville. But a big stomp from the side of Tyler. Cardiac overdrive being popped here on the high ground. Drop coming out as Tyler looks to burn the Ram block.
Very, very winnable. Ram has no defensive cooldowns. That's what I'm talking about. Now the Torb finally using his stomp, going in there with him. That's what I'm talking about. Torb is also very killable. Push them straight to those doors. I want to see him touch spawn.
Our seniors really showing their voice here today. It's a big match for them, playing the, previous state-winning team.
And second place last year, right?
We were second place last year, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they're trying to show that we can still, rock at the highest seed. But our calls are coming with that same intensity. A big huge fight forcing out the Nile. Burning Ram here now in the cage fight. He's just not going to be able to hang with all that damage.
There it is.
A big 3K from Turtle on the Sombra before he dropped
There
the
it
light.
is.
That's what we want to see from Springfield.
The colors were there. The colors were there. That's what I love.
Showing Naperville that we're not just the same defense-sided team we have been in previous years. We can rock on attack.
If Tyler can keep on getting these high effective cages, they're gonna have the Torb ulti for the next cage. But if they can just keep on having these pretty high effective cages, especially with that Ram ulti, completely sectioning him off from his team, causing him to absolutely do nothing with it, that was a textbook perfect cage.
Springfield does still typically in these engagements win in the brawl. So that's what they want to do. They want to try and stuff their entire composition down Naperville North's throat.
My
A
goodness.
big EMP
Oh
and
my
orbital
goodness.
coming off of Springfield, just looking to walk it down with
Now the
just
Soj.
sheer pressure. Looking for that final pick on a Sojourn.
Now the Reaper.
It's Springfield perfect. I mean,
Is that a full cap with a minute left?
and what did it?
Oh.
The ball coming out now for the touch.
Commentator curse. Spoke too soon. Looking for the Lucio. Looking for the Lucio. Gotta be the Lucio. Now the ball. Now look for the ball.
We're commentating, Steven, not coming.
My fault. My fault.
That piece being the last for the side of Naperville North. Touch after touch after touch coming out, and Springfield just takes it down.
When I'm playing this game, man, when I'm seeing this stuff in these high octane situations, I can't help but call.
Yeah, no,
it's in my
yeah.
blood. It's in my veins. I can't help it, man. Even when I'm dead, I still have to call.
Malga versus Ram on Dorado is diabolical.
Amen. High school comps. All right.
Sunless, what should we be playing on Dorado? Give us a word of wisdom.
Without saying hazard.
Without saying hazard, what do we play on Dorado?
I mean, hey, at least the TP strats help them with their lack of verticality a little bit.
Yeah, until you get fully vortexed and collapsed on.
I mean, hey, Illinois is a pretty big state, man. We got the entirety of Chicago, which is basically just another state.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
like,
Chicago might as well be a ton.
who knows, bro? It might be.
I don't
It
claim
might be
Chicago.
hidden busted. Malgo Ram. It might be hidden busted.
Hidden
Might
busted.
be hidden busted. Especially since Ram is possibly in one of the worst spots he's been in as a character.
He's not that bad actually right now.
Really, dude, he's so squishy, so squishy.
No, he's still squishy, but you can still play him.
Yeah, you should definitely play. Worst spot he's been in. That doesn't
Yeah.
mean he's awful. He's just,
We played him in worse spots.
yeah. I know. Boy,
Don't
do I
remind
know.
me.
Boy, howdy do
Oh,
I know.
barnacles. Who carpets these guys again?
But yeah, I mean, that was like, if we could hold him here, low key, I kind of want to see a map 4. I'm not gonna lie, I really want to see a map 4. I would be so down for a map 4.
I don't care how far we make it. I just want to see my boys play their hearts out in whatever map we're on.
Oh, well, there's
Hazard,
the
now coming from Naperville North instead of the Ramatra.
All left.
Springfield just needs to look to find an engagement here.
Loki, do we all drop?
We don't need to.
Oh, Lucio Booty's coming.
Yeah, we're just watching it all unfold here instead of really acting upon anything.
Yeah, they
Springfield
gotta
just sitting up here, twiddling their thumbs on the high ground.
The cart is being pushed. There needs to be a drop happening of some kind. There's a Soj.
And the
could have been
torpedoes,
eliminated.
the cart coming through. Lucio 1. Springfield
There's the
needs to find the cart here.
Oh,
dropping
hazard wall is absolutely
damage after
enormous.
damage after damage, just like constant damage coming through from Naperville. Springfield trying to handle it here as Cart gets pushed forward.
I mean, it's low-key looking winnable, which is diabolical because after that pick at the beginning, it was looking a little rough. But now it's looking significantly winnable. E is still available for the Malga, so bro still has at least another 800 HP in his back pocket that he can have. But no E, so they're gonna have. Actually, I think that's just first point.
We just need. Springfield is notoriously bad at soft resetting. We see a fight is lost, and we don't really
Oh, were they touching? Oh,
take
touching.
the loss.
That was one of the
A
ideas.
risky touch for the side of Springfield, costing Tortasso his life.
And Wiz as well, almost like, oh, never mind.
Now Springfield now
there it
Springfield
is.
now 2-man down. 2-man
Staggered.
down. Staggered supports. We just can't walk.
Back.
Fully reset. Stop
They have
peeking.
to. They're going to lose half of this points because of that.
Where are my DPS going?
I don't know, but they're just high ground. It is.
High ground it is.
High ground is incredibly strong for them to fight with, but they're just like they hold the high ground, but they're awful at. Oh,
Big. No
here's the
double
cage.
Cage it.
It's a huge cage.
Caging in a rush is a decision of all time.
Oh, but he almost got the has. He almost got the has. It might be worth the EMP though, just to save the fight. It may be worth the EMP just to save the fight. Oh, it's too late now, but it was so incredibly winnable. More ultimates just needed to happen sooner. They needed to dedicate everything to that.
Yeah, Kitsune Rush is one of the biggest counters to Mauga cage fight. So
How did he get back so fast? I just realized that.
spawn wave, my friend.
Oh, hey, would you look at that? One of the very few times that spawn waves doesn't make you dead for longer.
Yeah.
That's wicked. I was like shocked as Zamauga was just there.
Carterville North. What are we talking about?
Carterville North, the one and only. Although they do need to be looking for the EMP here. There's the hazard ult. The EMP comes out. It's a 4-man EMP. Genji is immediately eliminated. Now the Mauga has to take over. Mauga accidentally slips, falls, and drops, so now the rest of the team needs to make the drop. But that one drop is actually going to cost them the entire fight, which is utterly and entirely wicked. The EMP was huge, the pick was even huger, but now they're just, it's cooked now. So now they have to give up and fight to this last point here. Turtle is getting located. He almost, I could feel that railgun.
Yeah.
Half a centimeter away from just
We're just not giving this Sojourn the respect that they're really demanding on this on this point here. I mean, big open spaces and a walking rail battery that is Mauga. You know, Naperville North Sojourn
There it
player is really just, you know, I mean, commanding a lot of respect. I have no other way to put it.
Yeah.
They are hitting the shot. A big torpedo coming up to the side of Wiz. Window, Blade, OC, and Orbital all being dropped.
And
3 to the side of Naperville North, and
it's cooked. Oh, there's the loose. It's just
a
Genji.
big pick. It is just Genji now and Sojourn.
Sojourn is. Oh, it's a 1v1.
Do we find the touch?
It's a 1v1.
And we drop.
Oh my goodness. It's such a close fight. If yet another. I don't know. We could have just done so much more there. I feel.
I think we're just trying too hard to win the fights too fast. We're not taking time to really build any sort of advantage or, you know, put together any sort of plan. We're just kind of running it down and expecting, you know, something to stick.
We won that. We almost won that fight for. Ooh, huge pick from Turtle. We almost won that fight 4v5, right? Imagine if we had all 5 of our players. We didn't get picked by the Sojourn off rip because we were testing. That's what I like. It's those small things where if you don't give respect to the players that deserve it, you are going to lose. Wow, that has damage.
And the hazard just didn't get pressured enough. We didn't follow it up. Kind of just walked in, you know, threw something at the wall and expected it to stick. Mauga caging now here on the Soj, and Kiriko still on the objective, just kind of poking him out here now as Turtle tries to see if he can't clean something up.
I mean, the cleanup is definitely going to be a little difficult for him. Oh, the team comes back for the recontest. I don't know, this recontest might be a little bit of a toss. It really depends on how the supports can keep up. They did buy themselves base, but they did lose the high ground hardcore. Actually, they bought themselves just enough time. That could have gone so bad so fast, but I think they might have just been able to get away with it. It really depends on what is going to happen here and what the next pick is going to be.
Good pressure now onto the hazard. This is what Springfield needs to be doing, pressuring the hazard as much as possible.
There it is.
Big EMP.
There it is. Look for Loose. Loose. It's being the Lucio now. There's the
Lucio's already
Sojourn.
gone.
Okay, there's the Sojourn. Now the Hazard.
Hazard being burned through block now on the Genji. Following it up, slams on the Kiriko, and Springfield dismantles that fight with
That was-
2 ult invested.
That was an enormous fight. Although ult economy is looking very, very poor. We're in the slums when it comes to ultis. They definitely have. They just use Kitsune. They have Beep. They definitely have Hazard ulti. They have Blade. They have Sojourn
have-
ulti. They have everything. We're in the slums. They are loaded. They're
They
looking
are
to probably
rich.
use 2. We need to get a pick early in this fight if we want to make anything happen. And it needs to be on one of the squishies, one of the Sojourn, on the Lucio. Really, just the fact that they have everything besides Kiri is difficult.
And Mauga is off. Now forcing his team to try and follow up with him. Looking at Cart here now, we're going to go on to the Sojourn, getting hit by the downpour. Sojourn half HP. Springfield just trying to play clean up, dropping 2, dropping 3, one after another. Springfield just needs to look to touch.
I mean, hold off for the touch for a second. They have plenty of time. There's the boop.
Touch comes out from
There's the
Harry.
rail. There's the Immor.
Beat being forced and rushed, coming out with our own window, and Springfield
Okay.
drops in OT.
Oh no, that was 1 minute flat.
Was it 1 minute flat?
Yeah, it was 1 minute flat. They were 1 minute flat. They were 1 minute flat.
1 minute flat.
And so
Not bad.
we capped with 10 more seconds. Yo. It might be huge. It could be huge. They just need.
I hear our shot caller telling the team that we can't overpeak and push our luck on the Sojourn. I taught him that. Kind of common sense, but I taught him that.
It's literally if we can make it through all the way through first point and about halfway through second point, which is what you could expect from 1 minute. I think it's winnable. Literally, we just make it all the way through that point. Don't use and then on defense, if we make it that far, don't use a single ultimate. Wait till OT pop 5.
We just have to hold it for as long as
You
possible.
hold the multis. You hold the multis as long as possible until that very, very, very last fight. And then you press 5 Q buttons, and odds of you losing with 5 Q buttons, very small. Not impossible, but small, which is kind of what we need. But we need to first make it halfway through first point. Once we make it through halfway, if we make it halfway through first point, I would say this game could almost be in the bag if we play. Almost. Not gonna be. Because last thing I want to do is curse our boys. I would love to see this go to a map 4. I want to see a win off of Naperville, off the rip, considering the fact that this is week 4 out of 8. We have plenty of time to improve.
Plenty.
For when playoffs happens, or when that inevitable rematch against Naperville happens in playoffs, which is what I anticipate happening. So if we can hold them here onto this first point, hold ultis for a minute, this will be huge for us. We just have to hold. We have to hold the economy right. Ultimate economy is an entire different game than normal.
Springfield not looking to pressure the cart here as it just really walked up. Now looking to jump onto the back line and doesn't find anything. Cart still being pushed.
That entire
Springfield
time.
just getting picked apart by Naperville's dive.
There it is. Yep. Did he just get CC'd while he got booped up while on dash? AAA company, by the way. The CC immune move. He got booped out. He got booped up through.
This is going to be very difficult for Springfield here now to hold, as we are in Naperville's spawn, trying to hold this cart from going any farther than this checkpoint.
No ultimates for our name. They're going to probably almost be close to Hazard ulti. Low key.
Overclock.
Yeah, I mean their Sojourn was just on cart. She was just straight pushing that. That was who was pushing.
but ult battery.
Maybe an ult battery, but he also charges ult very fast. So it's kind of taken leave. I'm just kind of curious what they Oh, huge pick on the Lucio. That's what I'm talking about.
Early
Now they're
fight.
looking for the collapse on the back line. Look downward
Dropping
on
now
the
on the
Sojourn.
point
There's
of
the
the
Sojourn. That's the pick. There's the Sojourn. Now it's time for the Hazard. Charges onto the Hazard. Hits him with a charge. Half HP. Fury's 1 HP. Looking for the Sojourn. Looking for everybody who can.
And this-
There's the Hazard.
The Ajax on the downpour.
And that's a good hold. That's a good hold. It's a winnable hold. It's a winnable hold. It's a very, very winnable hold. Low key, the issue is going to be at the beginning of this point with high ground. If they play around it wrong like they did against the Ram, and they get whirlpooled and sojourned and all of this other stuff that could go wrong, if it happens, it's gonna suck. But if we make it around that first bend there, get past that high ground with our Mauga comp, then it's gonna be free game. Humongous free game. but they have to deal with the Torb now. They have to deal with the Sojourn. They have to deal with Ram. It's an entire 180 compared to what it was before. Going from a Hazard to a Ram is like a literal 180. So
Yeah, a little, just a bit.
just a bit of a 180. So if they can, they just have to be able to deal with that. They have to focus out their targets, and they have to contest that high ground as safely as possible. But that's the issue, safe.
I'm hearing some sort of conspiring over there.
Yeah,
on Varsity's-
that's got me a little
on Varsity's
concerned.
line. A little too much talking for a minute of setup.
A minute and 11 seconds to push it through second point a little bit. That was a good capitalize in that last half, though. On that,
It's going to be a rough point. I mean, Springfield struggles to get past high grounds.
Yes.
They struggle with most offensive engagements in full honesty. So I'm curious to see as to what they pull out of their hat here.
Ooh, taking a close left. through
Taking the
staircase.
long round,
Just to TP
TPing
to.
onto the bridge window.
Okay.
Slam onto the back line,
And-
dropping one sup early.
Vortex and
And
fell
Tyler
apart.
just doesn't have enough care for his backline here. Springfield dropping now with only 30 seconds left. No push on the cart whatsoever.
Tyler in a different spawn wave as well, which is gonna be a little difficult. But yeah, the TP plays are not working. Their Sojourn knows that we're playing the Symmetrica. Their Sojourn is holding field for that. So is Ram. Literally, we TP into the middle of a field and a Sojourn field and a Ram field. And what was going on there from the Sombra? There's a pick on the Lucio. It's 4v5, but that's not
And
gonna
there's
have
just
to do it.
too much damage for Springfield to really confidently play into.
There's
It's
the
just a
Soj headshot,
lot
or the
of
Orb headshot.
spam down lane.
Although they don't have high ground anymore, so now it's just going to be a straight up brawl on the point. At least the Ram fell down. So if they can fall onto that Ram, it could quote unquote be winnable. There's the touch. Amp comes out. Everybody falls apart, and that is going to be gay.
A touch from Wiz.
There it is.
Just a
Yeah,
li-
could not contest the high ground. The TP strats were just not going to be functional, especially since they were holding down their big AOEs for the TP.
Too
And
little, too late.
exactly like you said, if they made it past that first bend, then it could have been huge. But they could not make it past that first bend, and it kind of fell apart from there. But put up a good fight, and I'm excited to see these two teams play off in playoffs because, like I said, we have plenty of room to improve. Plenty of, I mean, heck, perks are coming out. Maybe that could do something. Longer TPs, you know what I mean? There could be some small lifestyle changes coming out in this updating patch. But that'll be all from us.
Yep.
Any last wrapping up comments? No. Oh. All right. Then we're gonna sign off now. I think that we have a couple of JV games that could be played. So you might catch us back here in a second, so that way we can spectate some good old-fashioned JV. But for now, that'll be all you hear from us, and
Have a good night.
have a good night. Alrighty, welcome back. We are here for the JV game. Right now it is 2-0 JV's lead. So, I mean, it's looking good so far for the JV kids. But we did a humongous comp switch up where switched up tanks, switched up DPSs, switched up supports. Basically haven't had the entire other team. We have like a JVA and a JVB out of these 7 people. And we kind of swapped from the JVA to the JVB. So we'll see how this goes. Could actually net them their first loss of the season. Or they could just keep on going.
That would suck.
That would suck. This is the competition for first JV's team in the state. So I mean, like,
Say this is also the team that beat Naperville North's JV.
yes, it was. Although they're getting 2-0 right now, so they're kind
Yeah,
of they're kind of getting stomped on. But it tells you how much that our JV team has grown. In the time.
young blood on tank. You know, he is the generational prodigy.
A generational prodigy. Just you wait until his punch does 75 damage with that perk.
Oh god, dude, it's so dumb because I honestly don't even think like sig perks are good.
No, they aren't, but it's
But
funny.
it's
funny. It's funny. He can just walk at you and punk hit you
Oh.
for 75. Already off rip, Frost getting taken down by the soldier, and Helix Rocket straight to the teeth. Kind of definitely sucks for your health. You know what I
Oh
mean?
man.
Although right now we have Jinx just kind of playing in the front line, trying to hold his space as best as he can against Asfara.
Oh my, the snipe.
What a
from,
shot on
from
Navarro.
Sim.
What a shot! Sim is a hit scan. We were all just
Oh, dude.
unaware.
Yeah, who needs
Oh.
beam? Who needs beam?
Yo, low key. I'm looking at you. Where's that accuracy at?
I almost thought he TP'd directly in front of him, so he wouldn't have. Grabbed.
That would have
Oh.
been very funny. There's the beam. Ramps it
Oh.
up. There's stage 2.
Oh.
Looking for stage
Oh
3.
my
Gets the
God.
pick. Truly making a difference right
And
now.
he already has, like, flux.
Yeah.
Like,
What are we? We are 40 seconds in the game. 50
I
seconds in the game.
genuinely think they give him like more ult charge because it's him.
If you have the Jinx player tag and you're literally just him, you get a higher ult charge. Speaking of charge, charging the Zarya bubble with the primary fire.
He's not afraid. He knows.
He's not afraid. He knows that he can diff that Zarya at any time.
The flux is gonna come.
No.
Oh, never
There's the
mind.
Kitsune.
There's a far out ulting in the back and no one turned.
I mean, hey, they didn't need a turn, clearly.
Okay. I mean, the far was useless. And snipe. Oh.
No. He peeks him. He peeks him for half a second and gets his head taken off easy.
Oh man, Reaper v Widow. Can't wait for that. I'm not the biggest fan of perks, but I can't wait to see goofy things happen with them.
Yeah, I find the perks to be really, really fun. I've been enjoying the perks so far. I'm quite a fan of them. I don't think they're gonna be game breaking.
Honestly, it might be my wall.
There's the Immor and the Suzu.
There's the wall.
And
There's the wall.
Literally nobody died in that grab, which is what you want to see. Now he wants that Pharah. Why is he giving her that? He 1v1s her. There it is. It's Holt had the balls to step up.
He did. I'm happy because it's a big change from last year. Last year oof.
No balls.
No balls, missing 2 full Sojourn mags kind of energy.
Truly
But
a
he's
generational prodigy.
Yeah, he might be.
Swapping to the Orisa, already he's making him play Mystery Heroes at this point, and I'm
Youngblood. He's just in there. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
Doesn't care.
Frost.
Look, he's just gonna stand in Kitsune because he's just that guy.
I mean, he doesn't need to move. His supports are on him like
Ooh.
crazy. Nah, it's okay. Oh.
Does he win that? Does he win that?
He wins that. He wins that. Easy win. Let's go back to the let's go back
Man.
to Youngblood real fast. There's the tree coming out. He's almost got another flux. Last fight he just used it. So he's gonna have another flux here to use
Like
it.
I said, he
And-
just gets. I think they just like know.
Wait for the
They
spear.
know
There's
who,
the spear. Go for
They
it.
know
Go for
who
it.
his family is.
This is his time. Orisa has no spear. They have no way to stop it. They can hit themselves with the Suzu on the way down, but that's really about it. Now is the time for it. But he's holding on to it. He's intimidating them with it.
It's a Jinx world, and we're all just living in it.
I'm curious what's going on
Watch.
with Frostland. Yep.
Oh no!
I have noticed the Frost in the kill feed a lot. Not as the kill but the kill. So I was kind of
But
curious what
it's
had been
fat.
going on.
It's fat.
Of course, bro.
It's
There's
fat.
the Weaver,
It
there's
doesn't
the
even matter
Kiri.
who they are. It
They
doesn't
have the
even
Kitsune
matter
out?
who they are. Who are they?
I mean, the supports The supports are just keeping him up like crazy.
Oh my god!
There's the rock on the tracer. I mean,
Like-
it is looking unstoppable. That's why he is who he is, bro. That's why he's Youngblood. There's the Reaper ulti. I think that's no.
Man.
He didn't even get credit. I'm curious. I'm gonna take a look. 10-4. Okay, never mind. I haven't been putting enough.
And
sweat on this game.
then look at the goat. No deaths.
No
None.
deaths. He doesn't need them.
0.
That's because low-key, I don't think you understand how. Well, first of all, that damage is ridiculous, but his supports have been locked in. I'm not gonna lie. The fields have been hot. The Suzus have been nice. The healing output has been ridiculous. I saw Koyo playing in that field or playing in that window, just throwing no food through it. Full HP
man.
healed
This
him.
is- It's always great to see these kinds of games. I love watching JV because I just love seeing
Just JV action.
like just it's because they're so funny. Like not even like watching them, but listening to them.
the Torb!
Oh my
He's
god!
busted him out. The duper damper is here.
If
Look
only
at
there's perks. Tier 3 Torb turret.
Tier 3 Torb turret. Spider turret. If only.
Honestly, I'm excited to play with perks next week after learning them, because what I've noticed is Zar is a nightmare right now.
Yeah, she's damaged.
It is, you can't win unless you play Zar.
She hurts. Although she's still as squishy as she usually is, so you got it.
But if max charge with piercing,
Yeah, with piercing. Yeah,
kinda.
no. She hurts, like I said. She's definitely turned into the damage tank. Like if you want to deal damage, you play Zar, because she does. So if there's one thing she's not lacking in, it's damage, by a long shot.
Honestly, it's fire because I think Zar deserves it. I wish they would have done more with Ryan, because I think Ryan deserves it out of all the tanks. But
As the tank, Ryan is the tank, so I would have to agree. He does.
he's the poster boy of Overwatch, like Tracer is for. Oh,
Oh no! He
almost had
saved
the
him.
Suzu.
Almost saved
But
him.
he's stuck there.
Anti-nade on Jinx was looking not good for like half a second there, but then he got the Ofuda.
Oh
Ryan
my
does
God.
not care.
He
This
doesn't-
man is in there.
He wants it.
He does not care, and he might get punished out of it. There's the punishment. Although another
Ooh.
anti-nade, Suzu to stop the anti. Let's take a look at Jinx action.
What are they-
The supports are just chilling in there.
Okay.
Oh, what a shot!
Bonk.
Oh, what a shot! He doesn't need damage brothers. He is the damage.
It's fine. It's yep.
Yep,
There
it
you
is,
go.
There it is. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh, she's right in front of him.
He's gonna have to aura off against the Rhine, because this Rhine has like been nothing but
I mean, he's got flux already. Off the edge? No.
Watch, flux him.
Solo flux.
him.
Solo flux. Solo flux. Aw,
Flux.
totally. I mean, this is last fight. There it is. The universe hits the tracer,
And
and there's nothing. she can
It's over.
do. And that is it for
Man.
JV. What a short game. We joined in for half a second of JV. Quite literally.
And honestly, it was great. I've had a great night. Actually, finally played a game for once. You know, like this has been a fun time.
It truly. I mean,
There's still 3 more weeks. Like we're not even done yet.
There's 3 more weeks, and then playoff weeks, and then the actual LAN. So you have 4
I'm
more games.
praying for the actual land. I want better hotels.
You'll have, buddy. You'll have.
I'm
gotta worry about that.
praying.
Don't gotta worry about that. But that is it. JV having a victorious night, 3-0, not even like contested against Harvard, and Harvard High School, excuse me, and varsity with a very very close 0-3. All 3 games were so close. It's looking promising on our end. So I'm excited to see what we can do in these upcoming weeks. Stay tuned, and that'll be all from us for today. And do your homework.